What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tearfon Orbital. Another day, another Proelium. Just Proelium heavy lately. I'm not gonna. This is a demo video for a KR Sabers Proelium. I literally just filmed a demo video going over the chassis infusion for this, so I'm not going to bore everyone with doing that. However, I do want to come up top, talk a little bit about this chassis, talk about how to use the hilt, then we will put a blade in it, and then we will be on our way. This one will be nice and quick, okay? So, with all of that out of the way, let's come up top. All right, so here it is, the Proelium from KR Sabers. I'm not going to talk about how much I love the look of this hilt. I feel like I've done that already, but it is a very, very beautiful hilt. A very, very premium product from KR Sabers, as always, okay? So I love the look of brass on aluminum, okay? So let's talk about this install, okay? To get at your chassis, you want to unthread that grip. So this has been installed with a hybrid chassis of my own design. The customer for this one chose to go with weathered brass, okay? So all of these brass parts have been weathered, okay? The entire crystal chamber, the battery cover. This is a Proffieboard build, okay? So the Proffieboard is around back. We've got a kill switch just below that Proffieboard and a 28mm speaker down here. This is from Smugglers Outpost, okay? So to use your hilt, you want to take off that battery cover, okay? It's held in place with some nice strong rectangular magnets, all right? This is sized for a button top 18650 battery. So take the flat part of your battery, put it down towards the speaker.
You owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
This was already on, so if you don't hear anything, hit that kill switch.
Have doubled since the last time we met count.
All right. So I have animated all of this separately. All right. This is the one thing that I've noticed with, not noticed, but I've always known about Proffieboard versus Crystal Focus soundboards. I feel as though the animations are significantly easier to configure on a Proffieboard, and you can separate them easier, right? So all of these are their own blade. This guy is its own blade in the config. This guy is its own blade in the config. And the crystal chamber is its own blade in the config. So you can separately animate these as you see fit to the customer, okay? But once you get your battery in, put your board cover or your battery cover on, then you can thread your grip in place, okay? And you're ready to go. So there is that NeoPixel strip in the upper switch PCB. And then the vent here has its own animation as well. I tried to switch up the animations between all of the fonts, all right? But as far as configs go, this has been configured with like 4 or 5 different sound fonts. They are the sound fonts that were included on the SD card that came with the Proffieboard, okay? All right. So that's it, nice and quick. Let's come down to the bottom. I want to go ahead and just take this grip off really quick so we can get a closer look at that crystal chamber. So there's the crystal chamber. We've got a real quartz point in there, and then the upper control box. And I'm trying really hard not to drop this. But yeah, all the brass has been weathered. Really happy with the way that this chassis came out, okay? And then there are those vent animations around front, control box. Okay. Let's put a blade in it. Okay, so to you, the customer, something that is very important to take note of. This thumb screw here is holding the chassis in place. So you don't want to unthread this. If that chassis comes loose, it could potentially break the wires that are going to that control box, right? So this set screw stays where it's at. I really cranked that one down. The upper set screw is holding your blade plug in place and does serve as your blade retention. So there is your blade plug that comes from KR Sabers. This will take a 1-inch blade. Okay, so rest your blade on those PCB pins, and then you can tighten that thumb screw, and then you are ready to go. So there's that animated NeoPixel in that switch PCB. I really appreciate that KR Sabers went to the length of designing that custom PCB. It really helps us as installers. So looking at the switches, that top switch is your aux, bottom will be your main. Okay. To you, the customer, buttons, okay? That top being your aux. You want to tap it to simulate blaster bolt. Sorry, hold it down as you clash the blade to simulate a lockup. Okay. This has also been set up with color wheel, so you can change the color of your blade on the fly. So hold down aux and tap main.
Red.
And you can rotate your hilt.
Orange, red, dark orange.
Once you find a color you like, you want to tap main again, and it will lock that color in place. So the first one always takes a long time. I'm not sure why.
Red.
That's so weird. Okay. See what else we got on here. One more.
Kylo Ren.
One more.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Okay. So that's it. That's the Proelium from KR Sabers. A very, very beautiful, very solid hilt. Super unique, right? So, to the customer, thank you very much for your patience and support. If anyone is interested in this particular chassis, it is available on my website. I will link that down below. And with all of that out of the way, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for the support. May the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.